Hey girl, hey. Grab your wine, girls. We get ready to start the new year off right with sip of wine and talking about what's on my mind. Stay tuned. Hey, how y'all doing? So it's been a minute. Happy New Year, by the way. Cause we all the way in 2022. I ain't seen y'all in a minute, but we gonna get it together. I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent for the new year. So this year I'm gonna start off with a book review. I ain't never did no book review, so grab your wine. I'm sipping water today because of where I'm at. I can't drink wine, but grab your wine because we get ready to get into this good review. So the book that we're gonna review is Todd, Relationship Goals, Dating, Marriage, and Sex. How to Win at Dating, Marriage, and Sex. So I got a confession, y'all. It took me a whole year to read this book. I know. But, okay, so let me just say, I found out about this book from an Instagram friend that I have. And it was a male, and he had mentioned last year in February during Black History Month that he had read this book and how it really helped him. So I'm like, a whole man read this book? Girl, let me go get this book. And like I said, it was during Black History Month because I bought it at my local Target where they had the whole Black History set up. Bought the book, I ain't gonna lie, it sat on my nightstand for a while before I finally opened it. I opened it, read it, and I would read it in like bits and pieces, which was surprising to me because when the pandemic hit, I read books back to back to back to back. So it was a struggle. I don't think it was a struggle because of the content. I think it was a struggle because of my discipline. So after a while, I was like, you know what? You're going to finish this book before the end of the year. And I did. But here it is, February, and I'm just now doing a review. Never done a review before, so let me just jump into it. So like I said, this is the book. I heard about it from my Instagram friend. Didn't even know that this whole man on here was a pastor. I found out because my 14-year-old son told me, and apparently he's seen him on TikTok. Had no idea. As I began to read the book and kind of search around online, I found out that this whole pastor had a whole series about this book. So he comes with a workbook, some other contents. Like I said, I didn't know. I just bought the book. So I'm like, okay, this man read the book. He said, it helped him. Your girl needs some help. So let me go read the book too. And it was, I will say, it was very helpful. So I think I'll go watch the series on YouTube because I've heard that the series was very good. And the book apparently goes hand in hand with the series. So just to kind of give you some background on the book, like I said, it's called How to Win at Dating, Marriage, and Sex, Relationship Goals. I will say that the book, regardless of where you're at in your life, can be helpful. Whether you're single, married, dating, thinking about dating in a situationships. Like in the book, he talks about different things and how they can correlate with whatever relationship, whether it be a professional relationship, business partner, family, whatever. Like, he does talk about that. The book has, I think it has 10 chapters. Let me double check for y'all. 9 chapters. The book has 9 chapters. It starts off with an intro where he kind of talks about his history, how he got to where he's at, some of the things that he did within his life and developing over the years, how he met his wife, Natalie. Apparently they were in school together, rekindle, connect. He was addicted to porn at one point. And then it kind of goes through the different stages of the relationships and his advice. There is areas in there where he talks about where his wife chimes in and kind of gives some input, which I liked. It's biblical. He's a pastor, so he definitely refers to the Bible a lot, which is no problem for me because I'm a whole Christian out here. Anyway, so he does talk, reference everything that he says, he references in the Bible and how they tie together. So that he's not making it up, it is biblical and Bible related. So the chapters, I'll tell y'all what the names of the chapters are. So the first chapter is taking aim before the person, the S word. Y'all know what that word is. Intentionally dating. Does it need to end? Surrender your sexuality. All tied up. The triangle. Major Keys to Successful Marriage, and then the conclusion, which is Bullseye. So though it took me a year to read this book, I will say, like, it was very helpful. I took notes, if you see. I highlighted, I made notes. Like, overall, the book is very helpful. I think the chapter that I liked the best was the one about, let me see, I can tell you the title of the chapter that I liked the best. All Tied Up. It talked about soul ties, and it talks about, you know, your previous relationships and how some of those things get carried into your new relationships and how to overcome those things. Are you ready to date? Are you ready to move on? All of those things were helpful. At the very end, Major Keys to Successful Marriage, it talked about his wife chimed in, and she talked about what it is that women need from a man, and he talked about what it was that men need from a woman. I'm gonna tell you what they are because I made notes of these. So this chapter 9, Major Keys to a Successful Marriage, and the first thing was understanding each other's needs, and then it goes into what women need. Women need security, women need affection, and women need communication. I wholeheartedly agree. Like, I need all of that. I need to know that being with you, I'm going to be safe and you're going to protect us. That goes back to the whole protect the provider type stuff. I need affection. I need to know that, you know, you find me attractive. I'm with all of that. And obviously I need communication. Everybody needs communication. I'm not a psychic. I can't read your mind. And communication is definitely something that I need in every area of my life, not just in a relationship with the whole man. I need it at work. I need it with my mama. I need it with my kids. Like, I can't read your mind. If we can't communicate, then how are we ever going to get anything done? So I definitely agree with what she suggested. And then Michael said that men need honor and respect, support, and they need sex. I can agree with that. Actually, on one of them, which one was this? Under men need honor and respect, he said, allow him to fail, let God be the enforcer. And then the third was honor the man you want him to be, not the man he is right now. And I put in here all of this. All of it, sis. Like, this book really dropped some gems on me. I ain't gonna lie. It was a eye-opener. Because you don't always know. It was an eye-opener when it comes to men, because men don't always tell you and you don't always know. It was helpful when it comes to relationships outside of men and how to maneuver those relationships and be successful in those relationships and determine when those relationships have ran its course. Like I said, he references business relationships, friendships, acquaintances, all of that in this book. So it's not just for personal, I mean, not just for, I won't say personal, I was not just for love interest. A lot of it does reference love interest, but you can take components from the book and use it outside of your love interest and just relationships as a whole. So I give this book a 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Hopefully, if you choose to read this book, it don't take you a whole year. I would suggest maybe getting the study guide. Like I said, I didn't know there was a study guide unless I would have got one, but I made my own notes and study guide because I wrote all through this book. One of the things that I liked that he talked about was the culture versus the reality. You know, today in culture, it's all about relationship goals, hashtag relationship goals. You see them on every social media. I want to be just like them. Ooh, that man did this. I want a man that does this, that, or whatever, and the third. And the reality of it is what did they have to do to get there? When they posted that, was they really happy? So it talks about a lot of that, not living your life or picking, you know, things in your life because of the culture, because it is a big influence, but doing it because of what feels good, what feels good to your soul, what is what's right, doing it with structure and with intentionality. Because as I said in another one of my previous videos, at this day and age, I want to date with intentionality. Excuse me. I don't want a recreational date. I'm old. Like, I'm old and I just want to be with my forever, ever. And recreational dating doesn't get that. So I really think that this was a really good book. Like, I'm happy I picked it. I'm mad at myself that it took me a year, but I'm glad that I purchased the book and didn't go to the library and rent the book. Even though if I would have rented it, I probably would have read it quicker, but I wouldn't have been able to take away and have it in reference like I did, like I do now. So definitely 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I bought another book too, probably like in the fall, and I said, I'm gonna buy this book because I really like Tabitha Brown, and she wrote a book, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy this book, and as soon as I finish reading my other book, I'm gonna start reading that one. I promise it's not gonna take me a year to read that book. So when I finish that one, I'll do a review on that one, but I figured I'd start the year off on a good note with a book review. Let me know if you read this book. What do you think about the book? Have you read it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What things did you take away from the book? Has it helped you? Did you get the study guide and the daily affirmations and all the stuff that came, the other things that came with the book? Have you watched the series? What was your experience with this whole series and Michael Todd? Have you watched any of his other sermons? Like, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna watch the series though, so I'm gonna have to come back and tell y'all how it was after I watched the series, because I'm definitely gonna watch the series. I think it will be helpful. The book was fabulous, so it's only up from here. You feel me? Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. But for real, like, get the book. Let me know how you feel about the book. Keep sipping your wine as I drink my water and mind my business for the new year, the 2022. And I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Holla at your girl.
I gave you all of me, and then you up and leave. I can't believe you did that. I told you from the jump that I didn't wanna play, cause I get in my feelings fast. Now I'm catching feelings. Who gon' help me heal it? To shake this feeling, but I can't.